In the last movie, you saw how I took all of the output from Reason and brought it into Logic Pro as one stereo track. What I want to show you now is how you can take individual outputs from Reason and bring them into Logic Pro as individual inputs. Because Richard, the guy who played the piano parts on these tracks, has a very nice, soft, delicate touch. These parts are quite soft, so what I've had to do is put an M-class maximizer in between the output of each of these samplers and the inputs to the audio hardware. So if we flip the rack around, you can see that what I've done is taken the output of the sampler, fed it into the maximizer, taken the output of the maximizer, and then fed it to the audio outputs. And I've done that for the three piano parts. The synth part at the bottom, the wild at heart, that's okay. So what we want to do now is to jump across to Logic Pro, and we're going to open up 1403 Long Black Dress, maximize that. And again, what we want to do is go back to the mixer view, and we want to create some new auxiliary channel strips. In this case, we want 4 of them, because we've actually got 4 instruments in Reason. And by leaving this ascending box ticked and leaving the default input selection as rewire mix left right, what will happen is Logic Pro will dedicate the input of the first auxiliary that it creates to mix left and right, but the next one that it creates, it will go to the next available outputs, which will be channels 3, 4 from Reason. Next one will be 5, 6, and 7 and 8. So we hit create, and there we go. And we can see mix left, right, channels 3 and 4, channels 5 and 6, channels 7 and 8. If we jump back into Reason, and let's just jump down here to this part of the track, we've got some piano 1, a little bit of piano 3 there, and we've got some keyboard parts. And you'll notice as I play through this in Logic, that you'll see each of these parts appearing on the individual auxiliary channel strips.
In a long black dress.
So there you go. Each individual instrument from Reason was coming in via its own auxiliary bus, which we could then automate if we wanted to within Logic Pro.